Hey there, and welcome to our video about our org workspace collaborative workshop. Collaborative means all of you have a chance to contribute. So instead of one campus talking about what they do, we're going to take all of your ideas and we're going to splice them together so you can get just this massive influx of ideas, information from everyone participating in the Student Org Summit. This topic is about the workspace in which student orgs use. So it might be, an open place for them to make posters. It might be office space that they can reserve. It might be a graphic design center that they can go utilize. This is about the physical space that you offer. Because I know when we were touring campuses, that's one of the things that we wanted to see. What does it look like when a student org is working on something? And what can we replicate at our campus? So if you want to contribute to this project, there's two things you can do. If your campus is open and you're able to go there, you can record right there in your space. So you do want to make sure to record horizontal, this way, right? Because it's going to be on YouTube. You don't want to shoot vertical like this. You see all this space over here? Not great. So you go to your campus, you take a little tour, you talk about what's there, but this needs to be short. Because with hundreds of campuses attending the Student Org Summit, you don't want to take up 10 minutes talking about something that most campuses are probably familiar with. But you want to show off, this is a graphic design center, they get this many prints or designs a year. This space we use for workshops, kind of really quick to the point. If it's not quick and to the point, it might be subject to being cut up a little bit. Then we might say, 20 campuses talk about this thing already, so let's ixnay that, right? So I'm going to edit and splice these things to make it totally cohesive. So the more you can do to help me with that, the better. So go to your space, show it off. But here, our campus is not open. So I can't go to our org workspace. So I'm going to use still photos. So I might record my audio and I'm just going to go on Zoom and talk about my workspace. And then I'm going to put pictures over it. So here, using a mix of still photos and some archived videos that we have, here's an example of what we might submit. Here at the University of California, Riverside, we have a workspace called the Student Org Workroom. This is a space that isn't reservable, so no one can call dibs, but they can show up and work on posters. We provide paper and paint. We also have a graphic design center, which is actually paid for by the student union. And so their staff work there, but provide services to student orgs, either to design something or to get minimal printing. So I think they print banners, but not flyers, things like that. We also use this room for workshops, and so we don't need to reserve space when we want to do large-scale trainings, things like that. If you need help on combining your audio and video and you don't really know how to do that, either you can send me the individual pieces and I can put it together. So when you submit via the form down in the description, you can say, here's a folder with the audio that I want to talk about, on Zoom or whatever, and then here's 10 pictures. And then I will do that magic. Or you can reference our video, also down in the description, for how to create your own pre-recorded workshop, because that walks through how to blend Zoom and photos and how to do all that if you want to do that production yourself. But this is so short that it should be pretty easy for me to whip it together if you don't know how to. Another thing that might be handy when you're talking is who you are, maybe the size of your campus, and how many orgs you have. Because if I see a video and they have extensive services, and I'm like, how could we pull that off? And it turns out they have much fewer student clubs, or they have way more, and so the funding they get for student org support is much higher. That helps me understand the context. So you want to say things like, we're here, we have this many students, this is supported by student government. Like, give us context so that we can know how applicable this might be to where we're from. In terms of time, your end product should be about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And again, based on the amount of submissions we get, we might cut. So if you don't see your entire video in our final product, some sacrifices had to be made, right, to kind of bring this all together. But aim for 1 to 2 minutes if you need to. So if you have questions about contributing to our org workspace video, you can either ask me down in the description or down in the comments. I'll answer you. Or you've probably gotten a couple emails from me. Or you can check out our Facebook group, ask questions there. or on Instagram, you can ask us questions there. So there's a lot of different opportunities. So hopefully we see you in December.